The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
It was neat and tidy. Bit disappointed with the final ball in the first half, but it was always the plan to try and overload the midfield, and then in the second half to try and stretch them a bit more and get them behind. And like I say, you don't beat Manchester United if you're Bristol City unless every single player is doing a man and a half's job, and they've done that tonight.
Mourinho said it's usually a poor performance by the big team if they lose a game like that, and he said it wasn't a poor performance by them, which says everything about the way you're playing.
Well, that's nice words, and listen, unbelievable moment. If we go back to that moment where Corey Smith has made a lung-bursting run and got him behind, it's just total euphoria, you know, the noise in the stadium, that emotion at the time, like the boys were didn't know whether to laugh, cry, cuddle each other, stay out with the fans, come in and into safety. But again, just fantastic for the football club, and like I say, many generations hopefully will talk about this, and hopefully it will attract more and more supporters in, because we want more nights like that.
What's your greatest achievement?
Yeah, probably, apart from my little girl being born, is probably the greatest achievement. But again, we'll let it sink in at the moment. What do we do but take the feeling and try and formulate a plan to beat Guardiola now.
What's it like running down the touchline?
So
you've beaten 4 Premier League teams.
Yeah.
Will you use the same device to beat the league leaders?
Well, obviously we've got injuries at the moment, and that's what's been even more incredible about our recent run. Listen, we have to respect that, we have to enjoy this moment first and foremost, but what's great is that feeling, that momentum has continued now, you know, and we've got, I think, 4 or 5 really important league games until that point. But it keeps everybody talking, it keeps the city buzzing, and hopefully that all the press that the players get, they deserve, because since day one in pre-season they've been outstanding. The application, the attitude towards training, and they deserve it, and the fans deserve it.
You went running down the touchline and there was a little ball boy there you picked up and swung around.
I know, Lewis Carey said that I'd picked up my bigger brother. Typical Lewis Carey, but yeah, it's well, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what you do. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to run and celebrate with the lads, but I sort of stepped on the pitch and then realised, damn, I can't do that. So he was the only one there, and it was great to see him, because I needed to celebrate with somebody, and it just so happened it was the ball boy.
Lee, what are your thoughts on Man City and the challenge?
Well, obviously it's a huge challenge, over 2 legs particularly. It'll be an enjoyable experience. Man City personally have been fantastic with me ever since I've been a manager. People like Brian Marwood have accepted me in behind the scenes and allowed me to visit various clubs in the group. And not only that, they've helped me with psychology and everything, and philosophy. So it'd be amazing for the players first and foremost to test themselves, but also for myself and the fans to have hopefully 2 great days.
What did Jose Mourinho say to you? Did you have much contact with him after the game? Or was he
Yeah, he was very humble and obviously disappointed, but you know what I mean, he's a class act, and for me as a young coach, like looking at these guys, it's amazing that he gave me the time, and sort of 15-20 minutes before the game, and I managed to ask all the questions that I wanted to ask. But more importantly, it was about the players winning the football match, and like I say, it's difficult because you do the media and you try and steer it towards the players, but the fact is, a very proud moment for me to be able to beat the likes of Jose Mourinho.
Are you going to get a chance to share that glass of wine with him?
Do you know what? It's breathing at the moment, the wine. Yeah, it's 2 breaths in, 1 breath out. But to be honest, I think they've shut off. So I've just had a go at my goalie coach, because I've seen him with a quarter of a glass already.
How are you going to celebrate?
Well, with the family and with friends. I think, like I say, that we've got. I don't want to sound like a stickler, but we've got a massive game Saturday, and QPR's huge. So the players aren't going to be able to celebrate too much. Will I turn a blind eye if I find out they're around somebody's house celebrating? Of course I will, but we have to focus very quickly, and the league's really important to us. This was a massive game.
Man City. How well would you know him personally, and he brought you?
No, I just went from when I was at Oldham. Obviously, Oldham was just round the corner, and I used to see like a personality profiler that was into psychology as well, once or twice a week, and that was all subsidised by Man City. So that helped me grow as a young manager, and it was good. I've been let in on a number of occasions to the philosophy. Went to visit New York City, done a case study. Was due to go to Yokohama Marinos as well. So it's just it's a beast of an organisation, if you like, but it's so fascinating the way they've done it, and they've got so many top people, and now obviously a top coach as well, and you see the football that they play. It's unbelievable to watch. No, I haven't actually. So again, that would be nice. I'll have to try and get another bottle of wine.
It's no secret, obviously, last year things were a bit sticky. How do you reflect on how you turn things around, and when you have a night like tonight, you know, how tough it was last year?
Well, it makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? And like I say, we went through that together as a fan base. We went through that as a sort of playing staff and a coaching staff as well. But we came through it, and that was the most important thing. It's definitely made the players stronger. I'd like to think that my experiences in management, obviously you get stronger and you become a better manager because of them. But it's nights like this that we dream of. You know, it's Roy the Rovers stuff for the players, and it's just a fascinating evening. It's very difficult to describe exactly those internal feelings, but these players now will have a bond forever. And that's a nice thing, you know. Teams that I've played in that have been successful, you stay friends with these people, and a night like tonight will just cement that bond.
It affected you personally, though, didn't it, with having to move house and things like that?
Listen, it's part of life, you know. Such a media-driven world now. Social media, a storm can be whipped up very, very quickly. I should have answered that, shouldn't I? It might have been Pep. Yeah, and it can happen, but the beauty of this place, and it's a stable environment. We've got a top owner, you know. I came here because I knew that. Obviously, I knew the board personally and the Lansdowne family, and it was a risky ploy, really, to sign a lot of unknowns in the Championship. We believed in our young players, and now it's great to see them flourish and come to the fore at a level like today, because again, it's the freezing cold Tuesday when it's absolutely like flying out with rain and the wind's howling in, that you earn results like that.
Amen.
That's a fine, by the way, Graham Nicholas.
I don't mind tonight.
Your ultimate ambition is to get into the Premier League. How much has tonight told you about how your team might cope should you get there?
Well, obviously we've beaten 4 Premier League teams now, so look, there's a lot of work to do. I think we've got to enjoy tonight. You know, like before we start getting ahead of ourselves. The Championship is a relentless league, and it's very, very difficult. You saw on our bench today that we had like 3 or 4 literally like under 20 years of age, and that shows how thin we're stretched at the moment, which almost makes, like I say, our last 4 or 5 results even more incredible.
Tom? He saw a wonderful performance from Joe Bryan in particular. Can you tell us how good he is to work with, and obviously his wonderful goals for a start?
Yeah, I mean, he's a top player. I can honestly say he's done that 20 times in the last 4 or 5 days in training, and the technique just to sort of tighten the core, keep that straight back and just keep your head still and fire through it. Obviously he scored the other day like it looked like he got a deflection. It didn't. He put that much sort of top spin on the ball. But he's a great person as well. His dad's a great person. Don't forget, his dad saved my dad's life, so we're quite close now, the families. But do you know what? Really, the academy should take unbelievable credit as well, because you've got you got Joe Bryan, you got Bobby Reid there. And there's a lot of people that have spent a number of years putting work and energy into these players, and to see a performance from Bobby Reid like that tonight, and to see a goal like that from Joe Bryan, all those people should get credit.
A word for your chairman, Steve Lansdowne. Have you had a talk with him at all?
Yeah, the owner. Yeah, I think he was just he was seeing pound signs. You know, he's an investor by nature, and listen, he's loving it. You know, I can tell he tries to sort of mask it sometimes, but inside, I know him well enough to know that he's absolutely buzzing. And I remember this time last year we beat Aston Villa, and he was so proud of beating Aston Villa at Ashton Gate, and then obviously this tops it off by quite a way by beating Manchester United.
A couple more, anyone else?
Trying to see how much Corey costs. Could you tell us, because obviously it's always nice to compare 75 million players.
I know how much he cost because I sold him from Oldham to Bristol City. It was the magic number, 350 grand, I think. Anyone was for sale for 350 grand at Oldham. So no, listen, like for me and my relationship with Corey Smith, he got released from Norwich, and I took him in at Oldham Athletic, and he was the best player in that year. When I knew he was going to go, the first thing I did was ring Bristol City and recommend him, because it was impossible to keep hold of him because he was too good. But lovely lad, like lovely family he's got, definite warrior spirit, and I think that's the key. You saw that in his goal, because when everybody's legs had gone and was shot to bits, that warrior spirit to get him behind their line and finish is phenomenal, and he's walking like John Wayne at the moment.
Last one.
Lee, can I just ask, just going back to what we were talking about before, when you're a manager with such a patient owner as you are, can you just tell us sort of how beneficial that is, how that helps you do your job?
Well, I think
you're in that environment rather than having a trigger at you.
I think it helps the squad. I think that's the first thing, like the stability in the staff and the squad. Like we said, it was a risky game really to sign unprovens. It's where we stood with our resources at the time. We're a trading club, but we try and build and we try and nurture. And the communication lines have always been very good with Steve. And he's always backed his managers. Don't forget I played here, and don't forget my dad was manager for 4 or 5 years here as well. So there's probably not a better owner that you could work for, given the fact that he's born in Bristol. He understands, he's been through it all before. So when the pressure really cranked up, he stood firm, and I think it was the right thing, and hopefully that's proved now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Come on, Lee.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers.